Hi guys, Lionheart here, and we are at Rezzed. And now most of you know kind of my relationship with Creative Assembly is Total War orientated, but Creative Assembly are also working on Alien Isolation, and I'm not a horror gamer. I don't like horror films with like lots of suspense and stuff. Gory films fine, but when it comes down to horror and suspense and jumpiness, that gets me every time. So when I played Alien Isolation yesterday, yeah, I was incredibly scared. Came out, heart was going, died quite a few times getting killed by the alien, and it just just had enough kind of like courage within me to get through and complete it. But joined here by the community manager for Alien Isolation. So what are you trying to do with Alien Isolation that's kind of different from kind of, I guess, other Alien games, and just kind of what's the specific take on kind of the horror genre?
So Alien Isolation is very different to all of the previous Alien games that have come along. It's single player for one, it's first person, and it's survival horror. And we're going back to Ridley Scott's original vision of Haunted House in Space, and it's all about surviving the experience that players are going to encounter on Sevastopol, and surviving the threats and the elements that are going to be coming at them on Amanda's search to discover what happened to her mum. And I think all the other games previously have been very much got elements of multiplayer and co-op, and sort of like lots of heavy machinery being used, and armory and things like that. And we don't have that. We're very much a case of this is using your wits, using what you can salvage, using what you can find to help better you in your survival.
Yeah, I found it very interesting when I was playing, and I remember in I think it was Dean Hall's talk yesterday in one of the developer sessions, talking about when you do play a horror game, and like in real life when you are kind of paralysed by fear. There were moments in that where I had to hide under one of the desks because the alien was coming round, and I stayed there for about 5 minutes because it just kept shuffling around, and it kept changing. I mean, as I said, it's not kind of scripted, the alien AI. It goes, it changes kind of each time. And I remember when I did die because it spotted me, and I thought, okay, well, I'll just run down a different way because I know it's going to be over there. It wasn't. It kind of met me where I was trying to escape to. So I found that really interesting, and just the moments where I actually couldn't do anything, I just had to stand there and just hope that it would go away. But I mean, I've not encountered that in a game before, and I think that's a really unique experience.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. The alien is completely reactive. It's its own unique, independent AI, and you can't predict it at all. Yeah. So you can play the same level over and over again, and you probably won't encounter him behaving that same way because he reacts to you, what you do, what's happening in the environment. So that is going to be the biggest challenge, is understanding what you can use in your surroundings. And I, for one, find that sometimes a small, tiny, dark little corner is my best friend. I know sometimes it's appealing. You can't think massive space. I'm going to run, and people run, and you're like, oh no, just hide.
I didn't run the whole way. I think I just got into crouch and was like, I'm staying here. I didn't even put the flashlight on. I was just don't want to attract it at all. It's kept on checking the motion sensor.
He's super smart. He's very intelligent.
And I know that a lot of people were like, oh, there's only one alien that we're encountering. It's like, really, it's like, can't be like, sort of be more it's like scary if there were like hordes of them coming in. It's like, but I think actually it's just being hunted, because it's not even kind of that you encounter, it is hunting you.
Oh, absolutely.
All the way through.
Absolutely.
And it's just that terrifying kind of moment when you realise it's there. And then I think it's part when it kind of, the motion sensor refreshes and it disappears for a moment, and then suddenly it's like slightly over to the left, and you're like, didn't see that, or you get the notification that it's behind you, and you're spinning around in general fear. And I mean, for me, I haven't kind of met that kind of experience in a game since I played the DayZ mod, where it wasn't the zombies that scared me, it was the other players. And in this, it almost feels like the alien could almost be another player, because I genuinely have no idea what it's going to do each time. So I don't know how much you can tell us about kind of like the rest of the game outside of the demo, but kind of within the demo there were bits where you had to go and collect items, and then get through a certain door and collect things. So are there kind of more puzzles and as you develop and go through the story?
So yes, because obviously you've got to look back at the background and the setting that we've got in place. Amanda's on the search to find the black box from the Nostromo, to find out what happened to her mum. It's on Sevastopol, which is where the story takes place, and obviously when she lands, something's out there, something's hunting, something's killing, you know, the people in Sevastopol. And Sevastopol is a trading station. It's decommissioned, but originally it was set up to house between 400 to 600 people, so it's an actual habitat. So you've got to think that there's this massive environment, there's, you know, potential survivors, there's all of these other things that are happening, and then obviously the key thing is we are looking at a crafting system where you do pick things up that are going to help you survive what you're about to experience, and, you know, using those objects, using those items and the space that you're around to better your living and your life, basically.
Yeah, it's that fight for survival.
Absolutely.
But I mean, I've seen various things where it doesn't seem like there's any guns or kind of like ranged weaponry in it to actually kind of directly assault the alien.
The aim of it is to survive the alien. Like I said, there's going to be objects and items which you will be able to use and certainly help you survive him. And even if you did find a gun, I'm not entirely sure that you'd want to take him on with one, because when you see it, the first thing you should be absolutely thinking is, holy crap, that is enormous, I need to get away from it.
It's not sort of stand and fight.
Yeah, it's flight. You know, survival instinct should be kicking in. You should be thinking, crap, that thing is enormous. I mean, he's one of the biggest aliens in gaming history. He's like 3 meters, which is just over 9 foot tall. So when you are encountered by that, I mean, I'd imagine if I encountered that in real life, I'd be like, holy crap, I'm not hanging around, I'm sorry, I'm running.
I mean, I think the first kind of encounter in the demo page where you're trying to hack into a computer system and it comes over the desk and the tail like just comes down to your left.
You kind of like shy away. And
I think
God.
I mean in the space you've got here is brilliant, because the headphones and the music as well give such a brilliant experience. It just completely closes off the outside world. But I mean, the only things I could see out of the corner of my eye were like just maybe the faint shadows of other people walking past, or the flashes from the screen, and I wasn't sure if something was going to happen there. And I mean, there's a part where you go to pick up a plasma torch to cut through the door, and as you go to touch it, all the lights fail or something like that, and you're just, you're not sure if the alien's coming. No, it's just the lights. Okay. All of these things just ramping up, and it in a way it kind of seems like quite obvious, and it's quite a simple approach, just little things that all just add to this kind of recipe that makes, so far what I've seen, it's just like the scariest like game I've ever encountered, and just something that now that I'm doing this, now I've been here, I will definitely play it. I'll definitely let's play it on my channel. I'm going to have to do a face cam with it because I'm just going to be terrified the whole way through, but it's going to be a really interesting experience for me.
Well, that's our job done. Our aim is to literally make you change pants regularly.
Brilliant. Might have to get a pants cam as
well. I think you should just stock them up and watch them like, literally fly off the walls. But the point of it is we are going back to the original film, which is Alien, and it's a horror film, and that's what we're trying to recreate. With all of the atmosphere, with the sound, with the noise, the environment. The team have worked so unbelievably close to the source, and we hope that, like you say, everyone's going to have the same experience as you, and just be terrified.
If they aren't scared about it, well, they're definitely made of like sterner stuff than I am, because it's generally terrifying. I mean, as you're saying, like all the various elements coming together. Like I played the PC version, and the graphics were just superb, and it really did. It did look like a film that I was watching. And I think again, you sort of said you've used all the assets that were around in the 70s movie version as well. So it all just kind of streamlines and kind of continues on kind of really nice and naturally. So it's out 7th of October.
It is. So we announced yesterday it's out 7th of October this year. So, a couple of months to go, but not that long.
And that's PC, PlayStation 4?
PC, PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4, Xbox 360 and Xbox One.
Okay, so next gen as well. Fantastic. Well, thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you. You're welcome.
Absolutely loved and was terrified by it.
Excellent.
Thank you very much.
That's what I like to hear.
To shut the book. Ripley.